I will tell you that I bought a shirt with the number 5 on it that said David Wright's wife. Back when I was going to Mets games, so it kind of is apropos that we're number 5.
Good.
But the reason why I wanted to say something is I'm not great and I get emotional, so that's why I don't want to talk too much. So, but I did something for you guys in honor of the 50th, and I wasn't able to go to your wedding because I was a little too small.
Yeah.
Not yet too. But I heard about it, and I was lucky enough to sort of connect the dots over the years as to, I'm not gonna, my new phone is not gonna let me do what I need to do here, sorry.
I need to open that for you.
Hold on. I heard about who married them, and he was really connected to a really good friend of mine because he started World Hunger Year and was very good friends with a family friend of mine, and I connected with him for under other circumstances, but I asked him recently if he would say a few words for your 50th anniversary.
Really?
Yeah. So I'd like to read that to you.
You want to tell them what we do?
Yeah.
Bill Ayres was a co-founder of World Hunger Year with Harry Chapin, but he was a priest before that, and yes, and he just celebrated, he left the church shortly after you guys got married, and he just celebrated 43 years with his wife, Janine, and I reached out to both of them, and I got this message, which I'll read. Dear Sharon and Jim, congratulations on your 50th wedding anniversary. As soul friends, may your longing never cease to discover and celebrate the love deep within you. I have very fond memories of our conversations during your wedding preparations. Decades ago, your loving devotion to each other was balanced with a sense of fun, which I trust you haven't, your loving devotion to each other was balanced with a sense of fun, which I trust you've maintained over these 50 years. May God's Spirit continue to live in you as you travel the next 50 years in your journey without end. Many blessings on your special day shared with family and friends. Peace, hope, love, and joy. Bill Ayres.
You want to tell them?
Yes, I'll say one thing about, and this goes back to the music too. I'll stand up. So you're supposed to do these, to get married in the church, which we were doing from hell or high water, that was just going to happen. But anyway, to do this in the Catholic Church, you have these series of what they call pre-Cana conferences, where you meet with a priest and you talk about your relationship. So I said to Bill, who was a family friend and priest, I said, Jim's not going to go for that. He doesn't even want to get married in the church. He wants to get married on a clam boat. And so Bill says, don't worry, I'll come to you. I'm in New York a lot anyway, so I can stop by and we can do it. So we arranged we're going to have dinner at Jim's apartment, and I get there ahead of time, and I'm kind of nervous, and Bill arrives before Jim, and he can tell I'm a little nervous about how this is going to go with Mr. Anti-Cleric over here. So he said, I fixed him a drink, and he's walking around the living room, and we have this wall of records, and he's walking around, and he says, Sharon, I can tell you're a little nervous about this. Don't be, he said. I have all the same records. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And what ended up happening is we had dinner, we had a great time, we laughed a lot, we never talked about the wedding. And so we decided, we'll have to do this again. And so we kept having to do it again and having to do it again. And by the third or fourth time that we were together, just enjoying each other, I said, the wedding's next week. He said, the wedding's next week. I guess I want to get a few details about how you want this to go. And the vows and stuff like that. And I said, well, don't we have to, do a questionnaire or something? He said, I got everything I need. He said, I got everything I need by hanging out with you. You're fine.
He had a radio show, then on
yeah.
Sunday nights on WABC radio. And he was known as the rock and roll priest.
Oh my goodness.
And it was a cool show. He would
Yeah.
he'd play music, and then people would call in and they'd talk to him. He's a remarkable guy.
He was a very special
Yes.
person
Yeah,
to talk
we
with.
were very.
You remember him too, Evan.
Oh, yeah, sure, it was Kelly Gwen,
Yeah.
He,
That was so nice of you, Clarke. That was so thoughtful.
That's
Thank
really
you.
Yeah.
Of course. And I will tell you that it didn't come without a little bit of technical difficulty.
Oh.
The way I finally got the letter was Janine sent me a picture of the monitor where the letter was written.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Because
goodness.
I guess she couldn't email it, but it was, we did it, it was great, so,
Well, thank you.
got it done. Yeah.
I guess that concludes our.
does that conclude our regular programming?
I think the Guerrilla Coalition is now adjourned.
Oh, that's right, we, say what
Well,
what do we want to say?
if anybody wants to take any of these, you should feel free to. Maybe one per couple or something like that, because it's a little memento of the party.
And it will help because we have to take them
Write it down
away.
anyway.
We'd like to take them away.
So,
So that would be nice.
thank you.
All right, those of you who we're not gonna see tomorrow, let's make sure we say goodnight, goodbye tonight.
Who's leaving? You guys leaving?
Not already, I'm gonna see him.
I'm writing at it.
I wanna see a picture of you as a t-shirt.
Happy birthday.
And the squirrels. Oh, yeah. Stay close. Sure.